going to send a missile defense system and American troops to help operate it, adding to what's the U.S. already done, helping thwart Iran's missile attacks this year.
This is one of the biggest attacks against Israeli positions since the conflict began more than a year ago. A low-level drones believed to have been launched from Lebanon, evading Israeli early warning systems. Its target was an army base in Binyamina. Hezbollah says it carried out the attack.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage on the drone that was used by Hezbollah to get a military base, killing 4 Israeli soldiers, injuring dozens more. Now, Israel's also hit Hamas in Gaza again with more airstrikes. Palestinians say at least 24 people were killed, many at a school-turned-shelter. The Israelis say militants hide among the civilians. There are still more than 400,000 power outages in Florida after Hurricane Milton hit. President Biden toured damage in Tampa and St. Petersburg, pledging
$612 million to 6 new cutting-edge projects to support communities impacted by Hurricane Helene and Milton.
Milton's blamed for at least 21 deaths. Hurricane Helene killed more than 10 times that many. Florida up to North Carolina. Both Vice President Harris and former President Trump will campaign today in Pennsylvania, the biggest prize among the states considered toss-ups.
We are running as the underdog.
That was Harris in North Carolina. Trump urged people in Arizona to vote early.
Get everyone you know, because we want to take back our country.
The man arrested at a Trump rally in California Saturday is free on bail on gun charges. Vem Miller found in an unregistered car with a fake plate and loaded weapons. Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco tells Fox this morning.
It's probably for the rest of the country, it's hard to believe that when we arrest people, they don't stay in jail. But that's a fact of life here in California. And those crimes that we arrested him for were misdemeanors.
Miller tells Fox News Digital he's a Trump supporter, had no intention of hurting the former president. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, Donald Trump Jr. here. Central banks are buying gold at record amounts, and the trend is accelerating in 2024. They see the writing on the wall. The dollar is failing. Is gold the answer for you too? To find out, get a free info kit from Birch Gold Group by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold, the only gold company I trust, right now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
Will the recent hurricanes affect voting? The elections are 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Lawmakers in North Carolina are giving some voters additional options to cast early ballots as they clean up and recover from Hurricane Helene. A state disaster relief package includes a provision allowing voters in 25 hard-hit counties to request an absentee ballot up until the day before Election Day and drop off ballots at any early voting site in the state. But federal judges in Florida and Georgia denied requests from civil rights groups to extend voter registration deadlines. Attorneys for Georgia argued a 1-week extension would cause an administrative burden. In Washington, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
3 economists in the U.S. got a high honor this morning, awarded the Nobel Prize for Economics. Daron Acemoglu, Simon Johnson, James Robinson honored for their research into why some countries succeed and others fail. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed before this week's trading. The Dow and the S&P 500 closed out last week at record highs. In the baseball playoffs, a blowout to start the National League Championship Series.
Game 1, one-sided. 9-0. The Dodgers over the Mets. They've tied the Major League record, 33 consecutive scoreless innings in the postseason.
The call on Fox. Game 2 is this afternoon in Los Angeles. Then tonight, New York's other team, the Yankees, host the American League Championship Series opener against the Cleveland Guardians. On Sunday Night Football,
Joe taking off. Oh, he's got a ton of room. Might take it all the way.
Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow did run it in, 47 yards for a touchdown to take an early lead. Cincinnati went on to beat the New York Giants 17-7 on NBC. Earlier, Detroit blew out Dallas 47-9. Houston improved to 5-1, beating New England. Baltimore and Pittsburgh, they both won. The Ravens beat the Commanders. The Steelers beat the Las Vegas Raiders. Ravens and Steelers tied atop the AFC North. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Almost 4 months ago, Mattoon announced plans to add new businesses close to their sports complex. In less than a year, a majority of the construction's been completed. So are signs for buildings like Five Below, Michael's, and Chick-fil-A have already gone up. Five Below's grand opening is scheduled for October 18. Urbana conducting a partial special census in efforts to correct the inaccurate 2020 census count. Special census field reps will be out and about in the city's special census blocks. The field reps will present an ID badge. Reps conduct their work between 9A and 9P. Residents might also be able to identify them by searching their names on the U.S. Census Bureau website. Leaders and residents of central Illinois finding themselves on edge after 2 recent leaks at ADM's CO2 injection site in Decatur. Champaign County Board Environment and Land Committee voting to establish a moratorium that would stop any carbon sequestration over the next 12 months. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I don't know what I saw. I really don't. I've never seen anything that happened in the second half of the Illinois game. I don't know what to say, except Jay Lehman.
Crazy.
Well, there were more elements in there, and it was just so hard, but then we left so happy.
Right.
But it was brutal. Soye, we won 50-49 over Purdue.
I was wondering when I was checking in on that game. First one to 100 wins or something like that.
Exactly. It was 1,100 yards in offense, and Purdue was a big underdog, and then all of a sudden we're winning 27-3.
So what happened to the D during the time?
27-3. I was talking about Michigan, okay? And I think they were too. And then I turned to Christian. I said, when was the last time Illinois had a 27-3 lead in the fourth on a Big Ten? I don't know if it's happened. Not in modern history. And so here we are dominating, and we don't know what to do. And then bad things are happening.
Right.
And
what's going on?
Breathe.
I know. No, it was rough. It was rough. When they came back, it was like, we can't stop them ever again. And it was like, this was a freshman redshirt quarterback. His first
Purdue,
start.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
He looked like a Heisman Trophy man to me. It was remarkable. And then Rosiak, the linebacker, number 28, sacked him on the very last for the 2-point win. They're going for the win on the road in overtime.
Way to go, Dylan. We needed that.
He corralled him. The guy had been getting away all day, and he sacked. Anyway, I got clips from Brett Bielema.
Okay,
Brett Bielema
good.
getting choked up. Brett Bielema, excuse me for the line. Pissed off is what he said.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
And so I'll play the clips.
Practice will not be pleasant.
Well, he was happy.
Right.
He said it's unbelievable, but good teams win when they play that bad.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
And so he
winning
said,
ugly is the term.
Listen, it was a rough second half.
Doesn't matter if it was a point. It was a win.
A W is a W.
I had 27-3. I said, okay, we should be good. I was worried about the game the whole week, as you know.
I know.
And then when it started happening, I'm going, this could be bad. Mm-hmm. And then I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about? Because this takes the air out of the deal. The whole air is gone.
I know.
This would have been bad. Now, we'd all gone to Michigan and everything, but it would have been, and everybody was pounding the dashboard of their car, cussing.
Oh, I know that.
Because they're going, I've been following this team for 50 years, and they keep doing this to me.
Right.
Guess what?
And it's the Boilermakers.
No.
It's something about Purdue.
I think it took a lot to get over the hump. I think we just did. I expect us to go on a run with them now. I expect us to streak the other way. It just took a bunch to get over it, man. It's exactly right. Phew, man, that would have been such a bad loss.
I know.
But it's not to be. We're 5-1.
That's right.
And we're ranked 22nd in America. We actually went up.
Go Illini.
Here we go with our weather, brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Don't forget your annual mammogram. The earlier diagnosis, the better chance for survival. Learn more at carl.org.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. This is meteorologist Greg Solye. What are you looking at before the big Michigan showdown? The number one game on CBS Saturday, by the way, is Illinois-Michigan.
Yes.
I should probably know this. Is it here or there?
It is in Champaign-Urbana.
100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium.
Oh, that's right. What time is the kickoff again?
2:30.
Oh, boy. I tell you what, weather forecasters, yours included here, have got everything covered. No rain, no snow, late season warmth gets going. Kickoff temperature, probably about 73, 74 degrees. How's that? And healthy south wind. There may be a little more issue with the passing game and kicking game with a steady, gusty south wind, 15 to 20 miles per hour. So apart from that, Yeah, late season warmth is coming in. Just a little reminder of the season coming down the pike out of the Great Lakes region. Currently at a reading of now 50 at Willard and Savoy. That's not bad, but it's a struggle on afternoon temperatures and some probably end of the season, overnight lows, growing season lows around here. But harvest should continue on, except over parts of northwest Indiana. Lake effect shower activity there. We may build a couple of lake effect sprinkles around here this afternoon, and otherwise partly sunny, breezy, chillier day. A little more like early to mid-November in the coming days at 58, the forecast high. The northwest wind 12 to 22 and gusty. Sprinkle this evening in spots, partly cloudy down to 39. Tomorrow partly sunny, chillier, and isolated shower around again, primarily off Lake Michigan. This way, yeah, that happens once in a while, mainly in the morning at 56. Then a frosty low tomorrow night into Wednesday morning of about 34. 59 to 60 Wednesday afternoon. We'll be down around freezing Thursday morning. Sunny turning mild in the afternoon, 62, then up near 70 Friday. 73 or so for football Saturday in the mid to upper 70s. Still no rain for Sunday and Monday of next week.
By the way, the south wind was prevalent on Saturday, and we kicked off into the south wind, and Purdue let it drop, and we got it right before half and scored a touchdown before half because the wind blew that thing in a gap where nobody was.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. It just stood it up.
And that may, if you're folks who may not be accustomed to that, you can get the ball after your kickoff. So keep an eye on that wind component here Saturday, but a delightful, sell-it-out crowd out there with the temperatures in the 70s on Saturday.
Woo! All right, good job, pal. We appreciate you. 217-359-2255. If you can tell me what I saw in the second half Saturday with every element that you can imagine, the onside kick, the interception, the fumble return for a touchdown against us. We're up 27-3 against a team that has been struggling, and I don't know. Ryan Walters is on the watch. I think he'll make the year, but I don't think he's going past one more this season. There's all kinds of buzz in West Lafayette.
Okay.
They're not very happy with what's happening over there. So 66-7 lost to Notre Dame, 52-6 lost.
Right.
It could have been bad yesterday, really. 27-3 felt like it was going to be, whatever we wanted. Mm-hmm. And then once they got the momentum, I mean, the small contingent from West Lafayette, and it was small. If your parents and stuff, you're going to go. But it was a small bunch, but they were just beside themselves when they took the lead with 46 seconds left. But we had 2 timeouts, 46 seconds. We're down. After all of that happened to us, we managed to bring it down the field, and who's our kicker? Terrific. He boomed one against the wind and then got that in the first half, and then the game-tying one was not very long, and the band went nuts when they saw it go through because I'm at an angle I can't see it go through.
Yeah.
But that tied it up, and then we go to overtime. We really want to win the flip in the overtime, so you let them go first.
Okay.
So you know what you need. And then first play, there's Pat Bryant. Heck of a throw, heck of a catch.
Yes.
And then we kick it, and then they get it, and they're for the running back goes to the 2-yard line, first play, 23. I can't tackle them. I can't tackle them anymore.
What's happening?
And so
where are we?
They scored easily, and then Christian said they're going for 2, and I said, oh, because they got the last 2-point conversion. They went for 2 2-pointers, and when do you ever see that? And they got both of them. So they're going again, and then Johnny told me, well, it's 50-50 on that. And then when they went for it for the third time, the odds just weren't very good. And Brian Walters, the coach of Purdue, said, well, we were on a roll, and they were. And then all of a sudden, the quarterback drops back, and here comes 28, Dylan Rosiak, and he does this kind of, you're not getting this whole spin on me, and kept him in the lane and tackled him. And then I don't remember ever in my life having my ears completely blocked like that. It was such a crowd loud of relief that we weren't going to mess this up and lose this game. And I said a little prayer. I said, thank you, Lord, that I can be with Christian.
Yes.
And whatever happens,
yes.
We're going to remember this more if we win.
Absolutely.
And then I said to him, Christian, a couple of years ago, remember we lost at Michigan 67-65? Maybe we'll get that back. Because that was brutal, 4 overtimes, 5 overtimes. We lost 67-65 with Ron Zook in Michigan. Christian said, I remember that.
Okay.
I said, maybe we get one back.
That's right.
Because when he was over center, 2.5 yards from the goal for 2 points and a win, you didn't feel like we were going to stop him. We hadn't stopped him.
That's right.
One time, it was the blitz at Nebraska in overtime that saved the game there.
Yep. Dave Olano, by the way, is our field goal guy that went 3 for 3.
Olano.
Olano.
Well, we love you, kid. All right.
I think that's the dude from Australia, mate.
No, that's the punter.
Oh.
Punter is 31.
Okay.
He's 31 years old. Man.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy's number 24.
No, I'm talking age.
Okay.
I think Olano's like a sophomore.
You're right. He is a sophomore.
Yeah, no. He's terrific, young kicker. Anyway,
okay.
5-1. Michigan's up. Sell out. We have tickets to give away. Yeehaw.
Yes, Express Employment Professionals in on that. Plus, we've got our PIAs on Friday the 18th. So take note of that, where we'll give away a pair, and we usually have a jersey to hand out. I mean, Eric brings it on when it comes to our guys being at PIAs. So 3 to 5 will be a lot of fun on Friday the 18th. And lots of Memorial Stadium stuff starting to evolve, including that TV show, I think, it's a debut this week of the documentary to debut tonight on Big Ten Network. So lots of things to get ready for the game. And again, you mentioned we're number 22, Michigan number 24, 2:30 kickoff on Saturday. How long has it been since we played a ranked team? We're both in the top 25, and that Illinois is above on the ranking.
Michigan's a 2-point favorite coming into my house.
Really?
Because they're the defending national champion. They're still Michigan. And listen, I don't know what we're going to do, but we couldn't stop the run all 4 quarters, and all Michigan does is run. They turn around and hand it to number 7, who was the national champion hero in that game last year. And so how do we stop Michigan's run? I don't know, because we couldn't stop Purdue on Saturday. So it could be a fast game. There's that, because you turn around and run the ball all day.
Yeah.
Because I think that's obviously we're going to make adjustments and do something different, because we were really tough. Our run defense didn't look very good to me, but we'll see.
Did Red Grange win? Did you happen to catch that?
Yeah, Red won easily.
Okay, good, because, that's going to be big.
Well, Red's got to win Saturday for sure. They're having a commemoration Grange Grove on Friday, the actual 100th.
Yes.
Like 11 a.m. Everybody's welcome.
And then there is some kind of ceremonial thing after 5 on Friday or something. I got to get my head around everything. Of course, we were all about Purdue. Illinois volleyball ends up winning against Michigan State 3-2. And next up for them will be Indiana Wednesday at Huff at 6 o'clock. Parkland Cobras continue their winning ways in volleyball, 37-2 on the season. Let's flip to NFL, where the Bears win 35-16 over Jacksonville from London yesterday. Did you catch any of that?
I didn't
Sunday morning
didn't
game.
See a thing.
Okay.
Went to church a little bit later yesterday morning, but had stuff going on. But I was keeping track of it, and it looked like pretty easy. Caleb Williams with 4 touchdown passes.
Right.
What the heck?
I know.
Are the Bears a player?
They're
Because
saying he's really becoming into his leadership role there. So
problem is that they got the Lions, who look like a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Packers are really
What's
good.
What's happening to the Cowboys?
And the Cowboys aren't very good.
I know.
And the Vikings are undefeated. And the Central Division is ridiculous.
Green Bay won. Colts won.
No, I know.
Your Saints lost.
Well, that's... Weather brought to you by Busey for over 150 years.
Okay.
Busey, member FDIC. Fox Business coming up.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van Ness Saturday, and a chillier weather pattern, a little more typical of early mid-November for the next couple of days, and lake effect moisture streaming in across the south end of Lake Michigan if you're going to be up in northwest Indiana or northeast Illinois towards the Kankakee and the Chicagoland area, of which a couple of sprinkles may come through the area here this afternoon and evening time, or perhaps even a rain shower in spots north of Champaign tomorrow morning. Apart from that, then some frost and brief light freezing by late tomorrow night into Thursday morning in particular. Again, that turnaround in temperature readings forecast for Friday into next week, with readings maybe close to 80 degrees early next week. In the meantime, just 58 today, partly sunny, a couple of afternoon sprinkles with a bite to that northwest wind, clearing off this evening, and evening sprinkle low down to 39, partly sunny, chillier, and 56 tomorrow, more typical of early to mid-November. Widespread frost tomorrow night, low down to 34, a frosty start to Wednesday, sunshine at 59, even a light freeze Thursday morning, highs near 62, 70 on Friday, and into the 70s for the weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
It is Columbus Day and Indigenous Peoples Day. The stock market will be open today. The bond market is closed. Nike veteran Elliott Hill takes over the company today. His goal is to boost innovation and reduce dependence on retro styles for future growth. Hill started at Nike as an intern in the 80s. He was at Nike until he retired 4 years ago, and he's coming out of retirement to lead the athletic wear giant. You may be seeing fewer discounts at Starbucks. Its new CEO, Brian Niccol, took over a month ago, but is already making changes. Starbucks won't be offering multiple discounts during the holiday season. Some baristas and store managers said all those promotions made it hard to predict customer traffic and to schedule staff. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction.
Hi, Randy Graham here with Curtis Orchard. We're honored by your votes in the News Gazette People's Choice Awards. These include Best Date Spot, Outdoor Seating, and Bakery. Maybe you should plan a lunch date at our Flying Monkey Cafe. Find some quiet seating outside, shop the country store, pick a few apples, and choose some treats from the bakery. We guarantee you'll go home with delicious goodies and lifelong memories. Best of all, you can do it as often as you like. Check out all we offer on Facebook, Instagram, and curtisorchard.com. See you soon.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
Whether it's pro or college, the app to bet football is Circus Sports Illinois. Circus Sports, it's betting the way it should be. Circus Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, or in-game, Circus Sports has it. Fund and bet like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com.
Must be 21 or older. For Illinois Problem Gambling Services, please call 1-877-968-7848.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
All right, so we won the game. I'm going to talk more about it here as we go this hour and other things. I've got clips to play from the weekend that you got to hear. It's 3 weeks from tomorrow for the election. Barack Obama's talk to the bros did not go well.
Okay.
It was not well received.
Okay.
I thought it was lectury, and it was, and some of the young blacks are very unhappy about the president coming down from his mansion in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah.
And telling them, scolding him. It looked like scolding. Was not well received.
I gotta watch that. I mean, I get so caught up in events sometimes that the details and the message is running through your head, and the presentation that you give just isn't kind and loving and fun.
He was lecturing.
Okay.
And just was bad, and people are pretty upset.
Well, we are hearing from some of our listeners. Memorial Stadium's going to be absolutely electric this Saturday. Bring on the Wolverines. 359-2255. If you want to text in your experience from the Purdue game or what you expect coming up, happy to hear from you this morning.
Yep, and tell me what I saw, because the second half was just so dizzying. I just don't even know what to say. It was so bad. And you're sitting there going, oh no, this could be the worst loss in our history. It's that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they should beat us, but yet they were kind of dominating what they were doing offensively for sure. We could score on them too, which is good. Mm-hmm. But I think the win did play a factor. So after the game, obviously a pleased in the standpoint of winning when you play poorly in the second half like that. Brett Bielema, and then somebody asked him about Josh McCray. And he almost started crying.
Okay.
Brett Bielema, in a rare moment, not heard this. Listen at the beginning. He kind of gets choked.
Okay.
Choked up. Brett Bielema.
Well, so Josh McCray, a lot of you probably know this. I know you guys really follow. Was my literally first offer, right? I literally called him as a head coach at the University of Illinois and offered him a scholarship. So he always means a lot to me. And Josh has gone through so much that a lot of people don't have any idea about, and he just continues to persevere. Like, here's a guy that, for his freshman year ran for 700 yards and then has a knee bruise that keeps him out of 8 games his second year. He has a vertebrae or a neck issue last year that takes him out for the season. He sees all these other running backs come in, Caden and Aiden, and now Khalil Valentine, and everybody's writing about and talking about him. All those other guys are not him, and he just continues to persevere. It's a one-hand catch in Nebraska, right? It's a flat route today in the first half. It's a tough yards there at the end to score, right? Like he just continues to battle through. When a young man, he lost his mom early in life. Grandma raised him. Unfortunately, lost grandma before I ever met him. Everything keeps telling him that he's going to get beat down, and he just keeps getting back up. So couldn't be prouder of a guy today.
How about that? That was very moving.
124 total yards of offense for 3 touchdowns. He ran 78 yards on 16 carries, both of which were team best marks. So Josh McCray, rightly so, complimented by Coach.
And I didn't ever hear, and I missed it. The question had to come out the postgame. What happened to Caden? Caden Fagan did not play.
I know.
So why? I missed the explanation. Okay, this is the I'm upset club.
Okay.
About stuff. I mean, first of all, you got a team you're better than. You go to Purdue last year and you lose by 30. So obviously, and you've beaten them twice this century in Champaign. And you go, what? They've won 6 straight in Champaign. Yeah. What?
Right.
You don't do that. So here's kind of the whole thing from that.
Well, first it's a cannon, right? So to get that thing in the mix, so we can stop talking about that. And then to have a big lead, something we hadn't done this year, right? Like we won convincingly, probably Central Michigan and Eastern Illinois, but those kind of took some while to get there. So to have that lead and then kind of, I think, whether it's coaches, players, to let our guard down for a moment, like the worst things that can happen is big play.
How do you know how to handle it? In golf, I can relate to golf. In golf, if you're playing well, all of a sudden, if it's a multi-day tournament and you're in last group, you're like the final group as the leader.
Mm-hmm.
You don't handle that until you're there a few times. Mm-hmm. We don't know how to handle a lead. 27-3, I'm kind of stretching. Who do you want to go? I don't know.
Right.
Game's over. Oh, what happened? Oh, that guy was wide open. 27-10. Okay. Fumble, pick up, touchdown, 27. Then you're going, this could be.
Uh-oh.
This could be bad.
And then you get panicky.
A little panicky.
Against our defense, give them free yards, and then obviously turnovers on offense and turnovers that lead to scores, and that was a double whammy. So it was the trifecta of how to screw it up, and to be able to live through that and win it. That you just to be that fortunate to have that bad of football played and to come out and still win it. That's something that I think good teams do, right? And I think we are a good team. I think we're a 5-1 team that, is knocking on the door doing something really cool, and our guys take a mentality to. I think they really wanted to win this game for maybe they knew I was really into it, right? I'm into every game, but this one just pissed me off on many different levels, to be quite honest. And
that got the crowd going, and they said, Jeremy said, why are you pissed off? He said, well, just everything. We do things this way and this is the way.
Yep.
That got the usually media doesn't react. Oh, they were laughing about that one. Just, come on, man. We're beating Purdue this time. It's going to be easy, right? 27-3. All right, good job. What happened? More coming up. 7:30, ESPN 93.5.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. 49-year-old Vem Miller from Las Vegas released from custody after being arrested at the Donald Trump rally in Coachella, California. The Riverside County Sheriff's Department says he had illegal guns, a fake license plate on an unregistered car, a number of passports and driver's license with multiple names.
In an interview with Fox News Digital after he was released, Miller denied any intent to harm Trump. He said, quote, I am the last person that would cause any violence or harm to anybody. I am 100% a Trump supporter.
Fox's Brooke Singman, the Trump campaign, telling Fox News Digital that they don't think it was an assassination attempt. A Hezbollah drone strike kills 4 Israeli soldiers, leaves 7 others severely wounded, and many others are injured at an IDF base in central Israel. And China buzzes Taiwan's defense airspace in the largest show of force. That's according to Taiwan's government. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Watseka High School teacher arrested and charged with grooming her students. 23-year-old Bailey Bouchong of Hoopston is an ag teacher at the school. Watseka police said Tuesday Bouchong was making inappropriate comments to students during her teaching. Inmates will soon return to the Urbana Satellite Jail as renovations almost done. There's been talks to update the jail for over 10 years, but a decision not made until 2022. When it closed due to the facility's condition, the renovated jail is outfitted with all new housing, a medical unit, and exam rooms and a pharmacy. City of Champaign Township hosting 2 information sessions on the topic of upcoming ballot referendum asking voters to raise the township's property tax levy. If voters approve, it'll produce an additional $4 million in revenue annually. It is currently funded by the federal COVID-19 relief funds from ARPA, and those funds run out by next summer. The increase in revenue also allows the township to increase staffing levels. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Urbana Park District with a new website, urbanaparks.org, with a fantastic new look, including an ADA accessibility program so more people can navigate the website. There's translation services. Just press a button and read the website in a foreign language. Want to register for an Urbana Park District class or program online? It's easier to use. Urbana Park District, you belong here. Check out the new website, urbanaparks.org.
All right, now weather this morning with meteorologist Greg Solier, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Free nutrition, healthy weight loss between 6 and 7. You might want to spotlight that. That could be a good thing. Fitness classes, Chris Healthy Aging, free workouts. Learn more at urbanaparks.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. As expected, a couple of cold fronts on the move, a strengthening upper air low, and it's a real mid-autumn feel here for the next couple couple of days, complete with widespread frost, even a brief light freeze, and some lake effect moisture, primarily rain shower activity if you're going to venture up towards the south end of Lake Michigan. I'll be a quick turnaround in temperature readings, back into late season warmth around here, beginning along about Friday and carrying forward into next week. In the meantime, becoming partly sunny, breezy, much cooler for the day today. A couple of afternoon rain sprinkles and high around 58. Lows tonight down to 39 with a sprinkler or two this evening. Then becoming partly cloudy in the overnight with diminishing northwesterly winds. Tomorrow partly sunny, chillier, and isolated shower mainly in the morning. Highs up to 56. Widespread frost late tomorrow night, low down to a colder low of 34. Widespread frost early Wednesday and again Thursday morning. Highs up to 59 on Wednesday. 62 with sunshine Thursday afternoon. Near 70 for Friday and into the 70s for the weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olchus, Greg Soul.
All right, it is Monday. It is October 14. There's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
I am Stevie Jay. Your text on the Fisher National Bank text line. Saw Ryan Heiser, the president there.
Yeah.
He was at the ball game.
Oh, it's awesome when you high-five Ryan.
And so it's you can chime in. Also, Jay Lehman today after 3.
Yes.
Get his take.
That's when you can learn what happened when you're asking fourth quarter and overtime questions, Stevie.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like the Bears are trending well.
Well, they won 4 out of 6. They're an off week this week, but the Bears are 4-2. That's the great news. The other part of that is they're just in a really hard division. Right, and the Bears do have the 4th easiest schedule, which is nice because they weren't very good, and so they give them a little better chance. But no, the Bears and Caleb Williams had 4 touchdown passes. Shad Khan, who just gave a vote of confidence to his coach and general manager on Saturday. Jacksonville is not what they thought they were going to be, and they're 1-5 or something. Yeah, not good for Shad and Doug Peterson, the Super Bowl winning coach from Philadelphia. So I don't know, not so good. All right, so Kamala Harris does Telemundo. It's his Spanish network.
Okay.
And here comes this veteran talking about his troubles in getting help.
Uh-oh.
And so I think before even, it's translated, you'll hear that. Just one guess of what she said to this question.
Good medical insurance.
And supposedly we have very good health care.
Los tiempos para ver a un especialista. But the times that we have to wait to see a specialist.
Going through the whole thing, which is horrible for veterans. He ends up
finally after 2 years of waiting.
Goes to Mexico.
I was approved for an MRI.
Finally, after 2 years, I was able to get an MRI.
But I was told that I needed to wait for over a month to begin my rehabilitation. So I made the decision to cross the border into Mexico, and in Tijuana I found a specialist without having to make an appointment. I went to his clinic, and in 45 minutes I was being taken care of, and my rehabilitation had begun.
Mexico, and in less than 45
What's your question,
minutes,
sir?
I was already seeing a specialist and having rehab.
My question to you is, what is your plan to improve the medical system?
Okay. Here's your quiz. What does Kamala say?
Something about the American dream, and
something more familiar.
Middle class family.
Yes,
okay.
That's what we're waiting for.
Look, I come from the middle class. My mother was a working woman who raised.
You've got to be kidding.
On the healthcare question.
This is a joke, right? She's not saying the same line. I mean, Saturday Night Live had a Family Feud spoof, and they did, name something. Kamala against Donald Trump. She hits the buzzer. Of course, he's impressionist and stuff. She hits the button and says, I was born in the middle class. What? The guy's asking what you're going to do with health care, man.
A woman who raised me and my sister. My mother was able to finally, she saved up to be able to afford to buy a home by the time I was a teenager. I know everyone has ambition, works hard, has aspirations, but doesn't necessarily have all the resources that other people have.
Okay, all right. So
dude couldn't get an MRI, had to go to Mexico, got seen immediately, wondering what's up with American healthcare, like many other people who are paying so much for insurance right now. And in today's economy, it's like you have to weigh, am I going to get some health care or am I going to buy some groceries for my family?
So
it's ridiculous right now.
I mean,
are you serious?
I couldn't believe she pulled out Isn't there somebody on her team saying, don't say that again?
Right.
They're spoofing you on Saturday Night
Live. A little
Live.
bit of a Tourette's thing or something where that's where her brain goes immediately. I mean, for some people who have that, I feel bad. And, there's cuss words and stuff that come out, randomly. But it's the middle class line. Seriously?
No, I know. It was stunning to me when I heard that. I said, there's no way. Somebody is telling her, please, Madam Vice President.
Oh, man.
You sound like you're reading from anything. It was just...
She has memorized that response to be plugged into whatever question is asked.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So anyway, I mentioned Barack Obama last week and him kind of, to be kind, lecturing. And this just didn't go very well. Here's just one example of an African-American response to one of the bros. He said, the problem are the bros.
This message is for President Obama. First and foremost, you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. Number one, I ain't going to vote for Kamala Harris. I think that she's going to make a bad president. She's a bad vice president. Everything she does, she tries to politicize it, and she hasn't shown the fact that she wants to put America first ever. So I'm not voting for that individual. Secondly, I think that it's really sad that you would come out against black men and actually degrade them because they're not picking the person that you want them to vote for. All right. And the last thing that I'm going to say is the moment that I became a Republican and a conservative, that is when I got the most hate from the opposite party. All right. Being that I'm a conservative, being that I'm a Republican, I've always been accepted. For the little bit of time that I may have been liberal, I never heard anything from the Republicans. They never came out and called me slanderous things. They never came out and called me racist things. The only time that I ever started hearing things about my skin color and about, racism or whatever was when I became a Republican. And that was from Democrats that were saying that. So no, I'm not going to be voting for who you want me to vote for. I'm going to do what I want as a man, and I'm going to be the man that I am. So you don't get to say anything.
There was just a whole lot of that.
Yeah.
There's just that's one example, but I mean there are just a lot. If you go to X, nobody else is going to let you hear that.
I know that. You have
just,
to dig.
Yeah.
And even then, it might not be a fruitful dig because they've covered it or eliminated. Somebody is seriously censoring.
Well, it's just X is Elon Musk, and somebody said over the weekend he's done the most to preserve free speech than anybody ever.
Thank goodness.
Well, no question, because all of these things would not be heard if you didn't have X, because they just don't allow them. And so it's just stunning where we are. Okay, so here's the deal in California. We're talking. Again, nobody can ever count crowd size, but the local police said they checked 50,000 people on their own. He did a speech south of Riverside, to the south of Riverside, California, near L.A. Why are you going to California? There are like 100,000 people, they think, but the police for sure checked 50. And so they discovered this black SUV that got through the first checkpoint, and then they started asking a few questions. And they said, they noticed that he had a homemade license plate that was fake.
Oh.
There's a flag. I think that's illegal. So they said, may we check your truck? He said, sure. So they found loaded rifle, handguns, fake passports.
Oh, wow.
And so he said, listen, I'm a Trump fan. So, I mean, I don't know if this was... Anyway, they take him in and they release him. You can't hold the guy? No, if it's a misdemeanor. What about the combination of fake license plates and a bunch of guns that maybe aren't even legal?
To me, that's a red flag.
I guess it would be. So then he did an interview with Fox Digital. So is he a survivalist kind of guy, maybe?
Right.
That doesn't trust the government, maybe? That could be very, very much the case, but I don't care who he is. He's out on bail in 5 minutes. In California, that's the deal. You can get out quickly. But in the case that we're trying to keep President Trump alive, I would want him a little longer to do a little more checking.
Yeah.
Fake passports? I know that's illegal. It certainly mounts up to a felony if you fake your license plate and I don't know if the guns are legal. I heard they were not.
Here's a search that says alleged sovereign citizen. What does that mean?
That means I'm kind of on my own. I don't trust any of you. That could be very well the case. There are many people now that don't trust anything.
And because Trump has been shot in a rally, maybe he was just coming thinking, I'm going to defend. I don't know.
It is just, I guess, a little...
49-year-old Vem Miller is his name.
Well, they're not sure it's Miller. Again, there you go.
True.
Maybe
how many different passports here?
Maybe Smith, right? I mean, what's the guy's name? But the fact that you're driving with loaded weapons through the checkpoints?
Right. But U.S. Secret Service says Trump was not in any danger.
No, I know, but who would do that? Right? Because you're going to get in trouble if they catch you with weapons at a Trump rally. I think. I mean, it is beyond comprehension. It's just hard to even fathom.
I don't know.
What the world?
This is so heavy.
I mean,
this election. Ugh, what's going to happen after November 5th, Stevie?
Well, I mean, there'll be people.
Either way, I'm putting so much prayer power on this.
Well, that's what we need.
It's a burden.
It's a lot. In 3 weeks from tomorrow, and you can already vote. This next Monday in Champaign County, it'll have all the early voting sites.
Yes.
I'm planning to vote early for sure, and get that done. But just those friends of ours that do not vote because they don't think it matters, please vote.
Please vote.
It is
and tell
really,
other people in your community and your neighborhood, just get out and vote.
It's important, and it's a privilege, and you don't get this privilege everywhere. So please take advantage of a privilege to have a voice, because we are in charge, supposedly. The people rule. 7:45 Sports Headline.
Hear the show anytime, StevieJay.com. You drop down on that podcast feature and listen to the show again. We were talking a lot about Illinois with a win. 50-49 in overtime. We're 5-1 on the season and ranked 22 as we go into the game against number 24 Michigan at 2:30 in the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. It is sold out. We have texts coming in from Express Employment Professionals who are sponsoring our ticket giveaway. 359-2255, the word Illini. We'll let you know by Thursday if you're a winner. I know.
So these are hot. We'll have a pair to give away at Pia's too.
I know we will.
Yeah.
And that's Friday between 3 and 5. So join Lante and Derek Piper. That's going to be a lit party too. Texas is number 1. Oregon, Penn State number 3. Ohio State now 4. Georgia at number 5. And again, Indiana at 6-0 on the season, or 16. So yeah. Illinois volleyball beat Michigan State yesterday. They're up Wednesday against Indiana at 6 o'clock in Huff Hall. And I also want to talk about Raina Terry, by the way, 25 kills in that game. She was hot. NFL action has Buffalo Bills at New York Jets tonight. We had Green Bay as winners over Arizona. Lante's Cardinals just did not win. What's up with that? Indy over Tennessee 20-17. Tampa Bay beat your Saints 51-27. What's up with the Saints, Stevie?
7 of their 10 players are out.
Ooh.
7 of the 10 best players.
Okay.
They got another quarterback. They got no...
Sometimes that's an opportunity for good things to happen.
Until they start blitzing. And then they started blitzing and good things stopped happening.
Quarterback Caleb Williams looked good. Bears beat Jacksonville 35-16 in London on Sunday morning. ALCS. Let's talk about Cleveland and the New York Yankees in action tonight at 6:38. The Mets will be at LA to face the Dodgers at 3:08 this afternoon. After blanking the Mets, the Dodgers came out on top 9-0 to lead that series 1-0 yesterday. So that's essentially sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
All right, ESPN 93.5. So I have this interesting video, and it's a whole bunch of very young African Americans into a convenience store with the glass and everything.
Okay.
And the guy simply says, "What's up? I mean, who you voting for?" And there's one guy that's a little older. Everybody else is 25, 20.
Okay.
Pretty young.
About to vote? Yeah. Who you voting for? Trump. Come on, bro. Harris does backwards, bro. What? Harris. Man, we not voting for that, man. We voting for Trump, man. Hey, who you voting for, Trump or Kamala? Man, Trump. We ain't that Indian ass, man. Who, Kamala? Yeah, we ain't. Why?
It has to be edited quite heavily.
Because she them immigrants. I'm black. So why you ride with Trump so much? Them Venezuelans taking all our bread. Hey, Trump or Kamala? Shit, Trump, be honest. Why Trump, though? He used to keep immigrants out, so, we was able for us to get jobs. It's hard for us to get jobs now, shit, because immigrants taking over. They do it better than us, though, but they taking our Alright, so this election around, you voting for Trump?
Hell yeah, fuck Camilla, fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not with her. Her ass swellings, for them. That's over with. I don't with her.
Like, what would make you want to vote for Kamala?
I ain't gonna lie, we was the last 2 people on earth. Still wouldn't do that shit. Damn. On bro grave.
It's like that?
Yeah, it's like that. I don't with her. I go with Trump. She ain't no good. I'll put it like that. So whoever wanna believe and go with her, check her history. Y'all turn around then.
So it's just remarkable, really, because they've always, they got an African American vote problem. This is why Obama came out.
Yeah.
It was so forceful because they see the internal polls that the African American community said, wait a minute. I mean, Charles Barkley said 59 years we've been talking about this, and I still got poor neighborhoods, and I still got African Americans with nothing. What are we doing sticking with the Democrats? And, you know, it used to be 6% would vote for Republicans from the African American community. Now I think it's 20-something%, which is huge.
Yeah.
That's a big jump. And maybe more. And how many are registered? How many are going to vote? We don't have any idea. But there's a story this morning that our own Justice Department of the United States of America is suing Virginia for taking illegals off the voter roll. What?
Huh.
You can look that one up and just tell me that I'm wrong.
Okay.
There's no way our Justice Department would sue Virginia for taking illegal people that aren't registered or that aren't supposed to vote off the registry. You can't vote if you're not a citizen. And some of the stuff that we read, it can't be true.
In what state? Virginia?
Virginia. Well, you're supposed to purge your voter roll like often because people die.
Yeah.
And it's just some of the stuff that we read and I go through and I go, this can't be right. And there's some horrific rumors about Tim Walz I'm not even going to talk about because it just can't be true. So we're just, people lie in politics for sure.
Right.
And both sides probably do.
I know.
But I mean, it's just the October surprise. You got 3 weeks till, and so who knows what's going to still come out. The appellate court in New York City hearing the fraud case, whether it was legitimate, some of the comments from that thing, there's no way that's holding. They're gonna close that down to 34 felony counts. All that's probably going away because they're all saying, "Why did you bring that again? Nobody got hurt.
Right.
The banks testified for Trump. He paid everybody back with interest.
Yeah.
Tell me again. Have you? And then they say, give me. They always want precedent.
Yeah.
Tell me who's done this before.
Any other
None.
case?
Zero.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Give us an example.
And now they're actually being threatened with sanctions for even bringing the thing.
So here's the Department of Justice has accused Virginia of violating federal law by attempting to remove voters from the voter rolls shortly before this year's presidential election. The lawsuit again states the states of Virginia, Virginia State Board of Elections, the Virginia Commissioner of Elections on Friday over the state deregistering voters who have been identified as non-citizens due to an executive order by Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin.
If you're not a citizen, though, are you a citizen?
Okay.
If you're not a citizen, you should not vote. Is everybody agreeing on that?
Right.
If you're not an American, you're not supposed to vote. Do you agree with that? And there are probably now many progressives and far left people that would not agree with that. And then I would say, how come? Why would you agree that it's okay for somebody that isn't here legally able to have a voice in our democracy, our republic? I don't get it.
Virginia officials are accused of sending affirmation of citizenship forms to voters who are in fact U.S. citizens and eligible to vote and requiring them to respond within 14 days of their registration cancellation, a process that the Department of Justice claims has led U.S. citizens having their voter registrations canceled.
Well, if you can register on the spot, what's the problem? Just give them a Jimmy John's receipt.
Yeah,
and you can
saying
vote.
your address.
Yeah, I mean, you can vote the same minute and vote. Here in Illinois, you can anyway. I don't know. They want all these illegal people to come across because they'll have voters. Well, you're not supposed to vote, or maybe you are. It's nuts.
Well, if you go through the proper pathway for citizenship.
Well, but if you don't, you still can vote. That's kind of what the message is. And if you agree with that, we're going to disagree on that. That's crazy. That's just crazy. All right, it's time for weather, 7:54. Meteorologist Greg Soyer, brought to you by Kramer Siding and Window.
Your premier provider of home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, and outdoor living. Visit KramerSiding.com.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. As expected, a couple of cold fronts on the move, a strengthening upper low, and it's a real mid-autumn feel here for the next couple of days, complete with widespread frost, even a brief light freeze, and some lake effect moisture, primarily rain shower activity if you're going to venture up towards the south end of Lake Michigan. I'll be a quick turnaround in temperature readings, back into late season warmth around here, beginning along about Friday and carrying forward into next week. In the meantime, becoming partly sunny, breezy, much cooler for the day today. A couple of afternoon rain sprinkles at high around 58. Lows tonight down to 39 with a sprinkle or two this evening. Then becoming partly cloudy in the overnight with diminishing northwesterly winds. Tomorrow partly sunny, chillier, and isolated shower mainly in the morning. Highs up to 56. Widespread frost late tomorrow night, low down to a colder low of 34. Widespread frost early Wednesday and again Thursday morning. Highs up to 59 on Wednesday. 62 with sunshine Thursday afternoon, near 70 for Friday, and into the 70s for the weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
And as we unfold the story in Virginia, if you're not a legal resident, you shouldn't be able to vote. Period. That's my understanding of the law. And so there might be a date when you can't purge voting records this close to an election normally, just like purging. But if you're absolutely somebody that came across the border illegally, you can't vote. We should not even think about that. They're not part of us yet. They have not done this legally. They broke the law. If we're going to observe laws, or are we going to pick and choose the laws we deem individually appropriate? It's you can't do it. If we're not going to agree to a set of laws, we've just got chaos. We've got anarchy. Why would I agree with anything? I'll just agree with the ones that fit me. That's not what we got here. We've agreed that we're going to follow, be civilized, and not have to get into a breakdown of our society. You've got to follow the law. And these are people that don't belong in a voting booth because they're not legal. God bless you to get legal and go vote. But you just can't come across and go vote. That's not, you're wearing Biden shirts. You come across the border, somebody's handing out Biden shirts. Wait a minute. And then they fly him in the dead of night. Why isn't that being covered? They're sending them to Tennessee and red states so they can get the bounce. Some of these states need 10 or 20,000 voters is all. It's crazy. And the more you read, the more you're confused, thinking, what's happened here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, the news is coming up. 217-359-2255. You can always text us on the Fisher National Bank text line. Illinois wins.
Yes.
Jay Lehman after 3 with Lon and Derek. With Kyle Toska. They'll talk all about that this afternoon after 3 o'clock. And it's we're 5-1. We're ranked 22nd. What the heck? Would anybody have not taken that? The season started again. Would you say, are you guys going to be 5-1? Is that okay? Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
We can't beat Kansas, man.
Ranked number 22, taking on number 24 Michigan, 2:30 Saturday.
Never going to beat at Nebraska, and no way we're going to be 5-1. Well, we are, and now at Oregon after the Michigan game, but that's later. The Oregon-Ohio State game, did anybody see that? That was a remarkable football game. If you didn't care who won, and I really didn't, 32-31, Oregon beats Ohio State.
Right, well, that's why Oregon's number 2 and Ohio State's now bumped down to 4.
Yeah, but they bumped two spots because the game was just a coin flip. And now in Columbus, they're freaking out because if you lose one more time, good night. You're done. You can't lose 2 and be in the top 12, I don't think.
Take that, Buckeyes.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't play Ohio State this year.
Right.
But we do have Michigan and Oregon in consecutive weeks. And then you're going to come back in November and actually be favored the last 4. And those, those aren't going to be easy. Although, interesting fact, while Purdue has dominated us, Brett Bielema has never ever lost to Minnesota.
Really?
All those years at Wisconsin, his years here, we've always beaten Minnesota.
That's the November 2nd Dad's Day game.
And they're good. They beat USC.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is I was just preparing. If we'd have lost that Purdue game, my speech this morning would have been, guys, we want 6. The goal was 6.
Right.
Let's just, it's not going to happen. We're not going to win the national championship.
Okay, didn't have to use that speech.
Didn't have to use that speech. So good news because we're 5-1. And if you listen, I think we can compete with Michigan for sure. And if we win that one, well, then what the heck? We're bowl eligible.
That's right.
All right, the news is next. It's 8 o'clock in Champaign-Urbana. It is October 14, Monday. You're listening to WSJK, ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Bolstering Israel's Iron Dome. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The U.S. is going to send a missile defense system and American troops to operate it. Meanwhile, today,
Israel has intercepted 2 drones fired from Syria, and Hezbollah continues firing on northern and central Israel.
The day after a Hezbollah drone hit an Israeli military base.
This morning, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant visited the Army base where 4 soldiers were killed. 7 others are seriously wounded. Dozens more are injured.
Fox's Nate Foy in Tel Aviv. In Lebanon, the Red Cross says an Israeli strikes killed 18 people. The United Nations is upset about this.
2 Israeli tanks destroyed the main gate of their base. Then later, smokescreen rounds caused 15 peacekeepers to suffer skin irritations and gastrointestinal reactions. Israel's military says it encroached on a UNIFIL position while evacuating soldiers injured by Hezbollah.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Vice President Harris and former President Trump will both campaign in Pennsylvania. After trips to other toss-up states, Harris said in North Carolina,
he refuses to release his medical records. I've done it.
Also criticizing a rival for refusing to debate her again. The former president rallied in Arizona. Trump's running mate, J.D. Vance, had a confrontation on TV.
People are terrified by what has happened with some of these Venezuelan gangs.
Senator Vance, I'm going to stop you because I know exactly what happened.
Martha Raddatz interrupted Vance on ABC's This Week as they discussed illegal migrant activity in Aurora, Colorado.
The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns.
Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border?
Rivers remain at or near flood stage in Florida after Hurricane Milton. There's still more than 400,000 power outages. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, Donald Trump Jr. here. Central banks are buying gold at record amounts, and the trend is accelerating in 2024. They see the writing on the wall. The dollar is failing. Is gold the answer for you too? To find out, get a free info kit from Birch Gold Group by texting the word SHELTER to 989898. That's SHELTER to the number 989898 to get your free info kit from Birch Gold, the only gold company I trust, right now.
Message and data rates may apply.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month for 2 unlimited lines. So if you're 50 and up, make the switch and save. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Requires 2 lines of service, age validation, and credit approval, subject to system and area limits, taxes, and other fees apply.
We have an update on the man arrested at a Trump rally over the weekend in California.
Them Miller of Las Vegas was arrested on gun charges, but quickly released on a $5,000 bail. He was stopped by local authorities at a security checkpoint outside of former President Trump's rally in Coachella, California. Police say he was driving an unregistered black SUV with a homemade license plate, and he claimed to be a journalist that had VIP access. But when deputies searched his car, they eventually found a shotgun, a loaded handgun, and ammunition. They also found multiple passports and driver's licenses with several different names. So far, no federal charges have been filed, but the U.S. Attorney's Office said Trump was never in any danger, and they are investigating. Brooke Singman, Fox News.
The Nobel Prize for Economics was awarded this morning to 3 economists in the U.S., Staran Asimoglu, Simon Johnson from MIT, James Robinson from the University of Chicago. The Nobel Committee says they show why societies with a poor rule of law and institutions that exploit the population do not generate growth or change for the better. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed before this week's trading. SpaceX makes history again.
SpaceX launching its enormous Starship rocket Sunday morning at sunrise from South Texas.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Audio from SpaceX, the 400-foot rocket soaring over the Gulf of Mexico. But 7 minutes later, in a historic first, the 232-foot booster landed back at the launch pad, gently caught by the tower's special arms.
We can see those chopsticks now.
And with that breakthrough, SpaceX now moves closer to using the Starship for future Moon and Mars missions. Paul Stevens, Fox News.
In the baseball playoffs, the LA Dodgers shut out the New York Mets 9-0 in the National League Championship Series opening game. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Leaders and residents of central Illinois finding themselves on edge after 2 recent leaks at ADM's CO2 injection site in Decatur. Champaign County Board of Environment and Land Committee voting to establish a moratorium that would stop any carbon sequestration over the next 12 months. Almost 4 months ago, Mattoon announced plans to add new businesses close to their sports complex. In less than a year, a majority of the construction's been completed. So are signs for buildings like Five Below, Michael's, and Chick-fil-A have already gone up. Five Below's grand opening is scheduled for October 18. Urbana conducting a partial special census in efforts to correct the inaccurate 2020 census count. Special census field reps will be out and about in the city's special census blocks. The field reps will present an ID badge. Reps conduct their work between 9A and 9P. Residents might also be able to identify them by searching their names on the U.S. Census Bureau website. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right, thank you, Jim. Weather with Greg Solier, brought to you by Kurt Lenschow, State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. Also by Watts Copy Systems. They offer cost-efficient solutions for busy offices. If you want a free evaluation, call Watts Copy Systems, 217-352-0428.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. As expected, a couple of cold fronts on the move, a strengthening upper low, and it's a real mid-autumn feel here for the next couple of days, complete with widespread frost, even a brief light freeze, and some lake effect moisture, primarily rain shower activity if you're going to venture up towards the south end of Lake Michigan. I'll be a quick turnaround in temperature readings, back into late season warmth around here, beginning along about Friday and carrying forward into next week. In the meantime, becoming partly sunny, breezy, much cooler for the day today. Couple of afternoon rain sprinkles at high around 58. Lows tonight down to 39 with a sprinkle or two this evening. Then becoming partly cloudy in the overnight with diminishing northwesterly winds. Tomorrow partly sunny, chillier, and isolated shower mainly in the morning. Highs up to 56. Widespread frost late tomorrow night. Low down to a colder low of 34. Widespread frost early Wednesday and again Thursday morning. Highs up to 59 on Wednesday. 62 with sunshine Thursday afternoon. Near 70 for Friday and into the 70s for the weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm your host, Greg Solgay.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
Okay, so Barack Obama was speaking over the weekend, and well, I did not see this, but this is not. You remember Afghanistan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you remember across the country at football games, they started this chant.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, well, it was F Joe Biden.
Okay.
So the Let's Go Brandon happened at a racing event.
Right, where it was misheard.
Well, that's right. The announcer said, they're saying Let's Go Brandon. They're saying F Joe Biden. And so that was the thing. So now Let's Go Brandon is the way to say it if you're upset. Because, well, Barack Obama got the full force of the original. And this was at Barack Obama speaking. And I'm trying to find a date on it.
Okay.
In any event, it's not just a few people. A lot of times with these, because you're going to go because you support whatever they're. This is a big group. So they're chanting, and Barack Obama can't get it stopped. I mean but I mean it's like usually these things you take them out because two people are misbehaving. This is a bunch of people, and he can't get them to stop.
Hold on a minute.
Well, this is Barack Obama, who again got a lot of criticism for the way he essentially told the bros, as he called them, the young African Americans, that they need to be voting for Kamala, and it didn't go very well. Obviously, it did not go very well, and so he's lost a little in the black community, there's no question. He was very important to the black community, but they don't think he did anything for them.
Well, at the Democratic National Convention, he and Michelle did great on their time speaking over the summer.
No, they did great.
But that was pretty early on.
It was also
she just got the tab.
Every friendly.
Yes.
Now you've got more people, and then when you're coming down from Martha's Vineyard to tell them, remember, Barack Obama had his credit card denied in 2001. Now, is he worth $1 billion? He's worth hundreds of millions. How's that happen? How does everybody in Congress, everybody in the Senate generally are way better leaving than they are going in? I mean, just ask yourself that question. I mean, and I'm talking about Republicans and Democrats now. This thing is not necessarily of the people for the. I mean, we are all, and this is something that's been brewing for a decade or more, of people saying, wait a minute, you're going to Washington doing what again? And I think if you go to Washington, good luck. Because the thing, if you don't follow the songbook, how's that going to go for you? Washington's 95% Democratic. And if you're not following the tone, you're not going with your party leader, do you think they're going to invite you to stuff, give you committees? What do you think's going to happen to you? They're going to primary you. And the whole goal in Washington is to stay in Washington, because generally it works out pretty well where people do get enriched. And you're going, that doesn't seem fair. Well, it's not fair. How do we stop it? I don't know. Term limits is the only thing I got for
that's
you.
right.
Okay, so just to give you an example of how normal we all sounded maybe 20 years ago, where you go back and you listen to people like Bill Clinton.
Oh boy, what's this going to be
This
like?
is going to be one Nancy Pelosi, who's, of course, open border, now far leftist. This was just 19 years ago.
Broken borders. That's an oxymoron, something we can't tolerate. Borders, of their nature, our definition as a nation and our protection as a country. Broken borders, they don't exist. We can't tolerate them. So let's say from the broken of their nature, our definition as a nation and our protection as a country. Broken borders, they don't exist. We can't tolerate them. So let's say from the start that we all in this body, and I know I can speak very firmly for the Democrats, support strong border control.
So what happened to you, Nancy? What happened? You put your finger in the air and feel the trend going another way? You feel like you're losing elections, so you got to get another core of voters in that'll be indebted to you? Because African Americans, after 59 years, are waking up going, this isn't working for me. So now you got to have another constituency you can control. Is that kind of the idea?
And it must be part, and the first part, of any comprehensive immigration reform. It is our obligation as elected officials to keep the American people safe.
I'd vote for her.
Right.
Right.
How many years ago was that?
2005 when we were going to the national championship game with North Carolina.
19 years ago.
19 years ago, and she's saying stuff that now are considered radical. And you're thinking, I changed?
Well, she sounds young and spry there, too.
Well,
so.
she's only 65 there.
Okay.
Now she's 80-something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 8:14, trying to navigate for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Stevie J. Diane Ducey with Sports Headline.
Good morning. What a win. Yesterday, I was at the Strides Against Stigma Walk at Crystal Lake Park in Urbana, NAMIchampaign.org. And, there was a breast cancer fundraiser at Route 45 Wayside, high-fiving people all around and saying, whew.
Yeah.
With that 50-49 win over Purdue on Saturday in overtime. We're 5-1 and ranked now 22. We bumped up in the AP college football poll. Michigan number 24, 4-2 on the season. 2:30 kickoff, the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. It's sold out. I think as far as ranked teams getting together and Illinois being ranked higher than the opponent, I want to say maybe back to 2000.
I don't know.
It's been quite a while.
We played Nebraska earlier. They were probably ranked a little higher when we played at Nebraska, but both were ranked. Another ranked, both ranked teams. Again, it doesn't happen very often, or has not in recent history.
Right.
But Brent Bielema, 5-1.
Took back the cannon. Now he can smell it.
Smell it, taste it, feel it, touch it.
But we're past that. We're all about the Wolverines now.
But maybe the 50-49 kind of snaps it, because when Illinois played Missouri in basketball back in the day, there'd be like Missouri would win 4 in a row, Illinois would win 6 in a row.
Yep.
I think it's our turn to dominate the Purdue Boilermakers for a while.
Yes. Please.
Yeah.
Let's start that trend in every sport.
Yeah.
So Illinois volleyball at 3-3 in the Big Ten beat Michigan State 3-2 yesterday in sets. They'll be taking on Indiana at 6 o'clock in Huff Hall. So speaking of Indiana, they're number 16 in the football poll.
I know it.
6-0.
They got Nebraska in Bloomington, Indiana. They're 4.5-point favorite. Nebraska's 5-1. Their only loss was us in overtime. They're good. It can't. No, I looked at the Indiana schedule, and they got to go to Ohio State. But other than that, they host Michigan. Can the Indiana Hoosiers scare the top 12? I don't know. And talk about a place where you could get a ticket 5 minutes before the game for about 100 years.
Yeah.
Indiana's got a hot ticket.
I see.
And I bet it's a complete sellout over in Bloomington, Indiana this weekend. Why wouldn't it be?
Right.
You're undefeated. You're ranked 16. People are talking about the top 12 making the playoffs. What? Indiana football? Wow. Brand new coach. Done a great job.
Okay.
I don't know who he is, but he's done a great job.
A great coach, Shauna Green, Illinois women's basketball, another 4-star recruit coming our way. Sarah Parchman is her name, and Destiny Jackson already on that class of 2025, and things are looking good there too. And I know when it comes to women athletes, we've been watching the WNBA championship, and it looks like it's tied up at 1 apiece with Liberty over Lynx 80-66 yesterday. NFL action, you'll hear this from Jay Lehman after 3 with Lonte and Derek Piper also about the Bears 35-16 over Jacksonville in London on Sunday morning when you were having your spot of tea.
Yeah.
I think, they were having a good time with it, and they had been there a while, right? They had adjusted and everything.
Well, Jacksonville plays in London next week. So
I heard somebody say that at Casey's in Tolono. I was like,
Sean Conn owns a soccer team, so it's no big deal to bring his ball club over. So.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're not playing well, though. Jacksonville 1-5 for our favorite local team.
Okay.
Jacksonville Jaguars for Shad Khan.
Green Bay over Arizona. Indianapolis beat Tennessee. Tampa Bay beat New Orleans. Buffalo Bills at the New York Jets tonight for Monday Night Football. Always fun to watch the game at Pia's, 1609 West Springfield Avenue near Madison, Springfield. If you want to come after 3 on Friday, we've got our live broadcast ahead of that Michigan game, and we'll be handing out some tickets. So make sure you come on by Friday after 3. And National League Championship Series had the Dodgers over the Mets 9-0.
Yeah.
You were saying the Mets were hot, but maybe they're burning their wick a little bit on
maybe
this
not
postseason series.
Usually it's game 2 the visitors get.
Okay.
So if they lose this one this afternoon, obviously
3:08 start,
be in trouble. But I wouldn't sleep on the Mets yet.
Okay.
They are hot. They got taken care of last night, but we'll see if they don't win one of these games, then obviously they're in pretty big trouble.
And on the American League side, Cleveland and the New York Yankees are a 6:38 start. That series is just starting, I think.
Yeah, first game tonight. It's Final Four now for baseball, and it is electric. If you just turn it on, the energy exudes out of your TV. It is pretty fun to watch.
That's right.
No matter who's playing, it's high level intensity. Okay, check your weather, ESPN 93.5. Glad you're listening. It's Monday, August 14, and our weather again for Saturday looks to be 73 and kickoff at 2:30.
I love it.
Here's meteorologist Greg Solier.
Logan, everyone, let's check weather free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana vicinity. As expected, a couple of cold fronts on the move, a strengthening upper low, and it's a real mid-autumn feel here for the next couple of days, complete with widespread frost, even a brief light freeze, and some lake effect moisture, primarily rain shower activity if you're going to venture up towards the south end of Lake Michigan. I'll be a quick turnaround in temperature readings, back into late season warmth around here, beginning along about Friday and carrying forward into next week. In the meantime, becoming partly sunny, breezy, much cooler for the day today. A couple of afternoon rain sprinkles and high around 58. Lows tonight down to 39 with a sprinkle or two this evening, then becoming partly cloudy in the overnight with diminishing northwesterly winds. Tomorrow, partly sunny, chillier, and isolated shower mainly in the morning. Highs up to 56. Widespread frost late tomorrow night, low down to a colder low of 34. Widespread frost early Wednesday and again Thursday morning. Highs up to 59 on Wednesday. 62 with sunshine Thursday afternoon. Near 70 for Friday and into the 70s for the weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Susan Lee, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The stock markets are open today. Bond markets are closed. Brent crude, the global benchmark for oil, has slipped below $78 a barrel. Traders are anticipating weaker demand for oil in China after a weekend announcement by authorities in China failed to provide details on a stimulus plan. Also, import and export figures for China came in weaker than anticipated, and OPEC has trimmed its outlook for growth in oil demand into next year. Boeing shares are down 2% after Boeing revealed plans to cut approximately 17,000 jobs. Though the machinist strike drags on at Boeing, CEO Kelly Ortberg says Boeing is making changes to put the company on a more secure footing after the strike. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Coselda, invested in you.
It is time to take the quiz.
5 days a week, it's 5 questions in less than 5 minutes. We ask people on the streets of New York City to play along. Let's see how you do.
Including the pre-Super Bowl era, what NFL franchise has won the most NFL championships?
I'm going to say the Cowboys.
I guess I would say the Packers.
How'd you do? Exactly. These get tougher, so hang on.
Make sure you take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox. Thank you for taking the quiz.
All right, so here's something you can do. The University of Illinois has a new study that can help you get healthy, and you got to be between, I think, 25 and 64, is it?
Okay.
But you have to have kind of a higher blood pressure. But what the heck? Why don't you help science get a free Fitbit that's $100 and do this? Are you between the ages of 35 and 64, living with slightly elevated blood pressure and struggling to stay active? The Heat Wave study at the University of Illinois might be just what you need to take control of your health from the comfort of your home. They're looking for Champaign-Urbana area residents who are not currently hitting the recommended 150 minutes of weekly moderate intensity aerobic exercise. If that sounds like you, they want to help. Join their 12-week study where you can walk, enjoy warm water bathing, or combine both while receiving remote guidance and tools like a Fitbit, yours to keep, valued at $99. Improve your mobility, manage your blood pressure, and participate largely from home. If it sounds like a fit, go to exercisestudy.com. That's exercisestudy.com to take a quick screening survey to see if you qualify. Take the first step today. Join the Heat Wave study from the University of Illinois and improve your health without leaving home. Find them again at exercisestudy.com.
Flooring Surfaces has a brand new showroom. You'll see beautiful products displayed in new and exciting ways, with inspiration around every corner. Enjoy a modern floor covering experience in a space designed to showcase what Flooring Surfaces does best. Premium flooring options, free design assistance, free expert advice, and professional installation services. Now in a showroom that's easy to shop. Visit today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions. Did you know we specialize in underground sewer, water, and drainage pipes? We install and repair the water lines coming in your house or building and the sewer and septic lines leaving your house. From water lines, sewer lines, or drain lines, or even your septic system, Lands Underground has the solution for your problem. Residential, commercial, and industrial, Lands Underground has a solution for you. Lands Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
All right. Again, Friday we'll be live at Pia's with a chance to win Illinois, Michigan sold-out tickets. You'll want to go to Pia's to have that chance. 3 o'clock on Friday. Jay Lehman will be on today at 3 o'clock. So Bill Clinton goes into the McDonald's in Georgia while campaigning for Kamala Harris. And he's just by himself in the picture anyway. In the video, he's standing. There's got to be Secret Service.
Okay.
There'll be a
somewhere
detail.
lingering.
Yeah. Not a lot of them, but there are some people. He's at the counter. They're kind of looking at him. Bill Clinton. And she realizes, comes around, hugs him.
Look at
And she thinks he's Joe Biden.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, gray hair, old.
Right.
Yeah, well, people thought I was Bill DeWitt Sr., so whatever.
No, they didn't.
They did.
There was just...
No. The guy thought I was Bill DeWitt Sr.
He had been drinking.
He looks like he was 90, though.
He couldn't find...
I mean, we had blue shirts on, but I can't be Bill DeWitt Sr.
I mean, I would have talked some Cardinal stuff and run with it. Why not?
He had a lot of beers. Anyway, Bill Clinton, thank you. Could I get a McChase or whatever they're called? Yeah, I'll take one of those dollar menu. Oh, they're not there anymore. Anyway, he's just wearing jeans and a USA jacket. Bill Clinton.
Okay.
All right, 826. Busey has been around 155 plus years. They opened a year after the University of Illinois. You just kind of wonder what kind of time that was. What kind of building did Busey have in 1868? Wooden, right?
Yeah.
No drive-through?
Almost like a cabin or something.
Yeah. No little screen looking at you saying, is this just a deposit?
No little chute.
No.
Handing you a pin
You had a bag of quarters that you're trying to deposit? Anyway, Busey wants you to be aware National Cybersecurity Awareness Month. In fact, it's all month. About 18 million Americans are victim of identity theft. This is a worldwide problem. 2/3, that's 67% of identity theft victims reported a direct financial loss as a result. Criminals may open credit cards, apply for a loan, rent an apartment in your good name. What dangers do you... Well, social engineering things that they'll email you. Then you're going to click on something you shouldn't because it looks legit. There's a receipt here. You didn't pay for it. And you click on it and you let them in. Well, what can we do? Well, password protect your devices and do a unique one that you can remember. You never log into financial accounts or shop online using public Wi-Fi. Review your credit card annually and bank accounts regularly. And with antivirus software, you can help direct and detect and protect against cyber criminals. Busey wants you to be informed. Any security issues, scams, or alerts that may impact you. Check out their blog, Money Matters. It's at Busey.com. You get a whole bunch of good information. Busey, since 1868, member FDIC.
Got a text from Rick saying, Steve, I would take Bill Clinton as president in a minute. I'm sure he'd be considered a moderate. Thoughts on that?
No question. I mean, I'm just thinking, my brain left the Bill Clinton idea. I said, would I take Hillary right now? I think the answer is yes. I think Kamala is just not ready for this. I mean, Born in a middle-class family.
Interesting. 359-2255.
I mean,
if you ever have any thoughts about anything for the show.
Joe Biden at this point. And are we impressed with the vice president, Tim Walz? They took him hunting, and the cameras are there. You see any of that?
No.
He couldn't load his own rifle.
Oh, no.
He's really struggling loading the rifle.
I thought he was a National Guard guy.
Well, I mean, it's been a minute. But he's
But
not.
still, is that something you forget? I remember when Gabby was training in National Guard. I mean, she
would probably load that up real fast.
A few knocks down from sharpshooter. She was good. And you have to assemble the gun very quickly.
Well, that'll be on Saturday Night Live because that broke on Sunday.
Oh, man.
Anyway, and then the meme started hitting it. A woman coming out in a red dress and with a rifle, and she kicks her heels off and shoots it. So it's going way better than Tim.
Okay.
Oh, brother. All right. 3 weeks from tomorrow, then we'll be done.
That's right.
Well, maybe.
Will we?
I don't know. 8:29.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance, and they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today. 217-586-3863 or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
There's a new showroom at Flooring Surfaces in Champaign. Choose your next floor in an incredible space filled with beautiful hardwoods, durable waterproof vinyl, elegant porcelain tiles, and the finest carpets in Central Illinois. Find inspiration around every corner. And when you need help, Flooring Surfaces offers free measuring, free design assistance, and expert advice. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
ESPN 93.5. We'll be right back after the news.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Israel's military is looking into how a Hezbollah drone reached an army base, killing 4 soldiers, injuring around 60 people. The Biden administration, meantime, is sending Israel a THAAD anti-missile system.
THAAD stands for Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. The U.S. is also providing troops who will operate the THAAD system in Israel and protect Israel from future ballistic missile attacks by Iran or any of Iran's proxies.
Fox's Nate Foy, a man arrested near a Trump rally in California, then released on bail Saturday, says he's a Trump supporter.
The 49-year-old man was driving an unregistered black SUV with what police say was a homemade license plate. Riverside County deputies say they found weapons as well as several passports and driver's licenses with different names inside that SUV.
Fox's Jill Nato. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Almost 4 months ago, Mattoon announced plans to add new businesses close to their sports complex. In less than a year, a majority of the construction's been completed. So are signs for buildings like Five Below, Michael's, and Chick-fil-A have already gone up. Five Below's grand opening scheduled for October 18. Urbana conducting a partial special census in efforts to correct the inaccurate 2020 census count. Special census field reps will be out and about in the city's special census blocks. The field reps will present an ID badge. Reps conduct their work between 9A and 9P. Residents might also be able to identify them by searching their names on the U.S. Census Bureau website. Leaders and residents of Central Illinois finding themselves on edge after 2 recent leaks at ADM's CO2 injection site in Decatur. Champaign County Board Environment and Land Committee voting to establish a moratorium that would stop any carbon sequestration over the next 12 months. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity, and a chillier weather pattern, a little more typical of early mid-November for the next couple of days, and lake effect moisture streaming in across the south end of Lake Michigan if you're going to be up in northwest Indiana or northeast Illinois towards the Kankakee and the Chicagoland area, of which a couple of sprinkles may come through the area here this afternoon and evening time, or perhaps even a rain shower in spots north of Champaign tomorrow morning. Apart from that, then some frost and brief light freezing by late tomorrow night into Thursday morning in particular. Again, that turnaround in temperature readings forecast for Friday into next week, with readings maybe close to 80 degrees early next week. In the meantime, just 58 today, partly sunny, a couple of afternoon sprinkles with a bite to that northwest wind, clearing off this evening, and evening sprinkle low down to 39, partly sunny, chillier, and 56 tomorrow, more typical of early to mid-November. Widespread frost tomorrow night, low down to 34, a frosty start to Wednesday, sunshine at 59, even a light freeze Thursday morning, highs near 62, 70 on Friday, and into the 70s for the weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
From computer systems to brakes and tires too, at PDR, fixing cars is what they do. Remember, when you turn the key and the car won't run, call 367-9481 or use their dedicated text-only line at 383-0619. Additional information including repair quotes and online scheduling requests available from the website at pdrauto.com. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
What is most important in your life? This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Whether you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that can help clients like you realize your goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Do you need some extra cash?
Be a special census field representative and make $18.83 an hour. You'll be working a small area on campus and have some flexibility with this job.
A special census is coming to campus residents around the University of Illinois. Field representatives are needed through November with Urbana's partial special census.
Visit urbanaillinois.us/census jobs.
Make $18.83 an hour. Visit usajobs.gov/jobs and look for the city of Urbana.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club?
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck goose because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow in Champaign-Urbana today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Airlig Plumbing Solutions. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
All right, 8:38. I'm Stevie Jay. There's Diane Ducey.
Some events over the weekend. Just want to thank all the coordinators as we spotlight mental health with NAMI Champaign yesterday. Also, the breast cancer awareness at Route 45 Wayside with the beard contest and the American Cancer Society and the different prizes and the bags with Tony Hooker and Fear the Beard.
How's that beard coming in?
It's stubbly.
Yeah.
And in fact, never mind. I don't need to talk about me wearing shorts and having hairy legs and probably could beat him.
Probably don't want to mention that one.
I just did, but accidentally, but that's okay.
Right.
And then, the Flannel Fest on Saturday, the weather was just great. Ambucks had their Scarecrow Festival on Saturday. And, of course, the game where we ended up winning, Stevie.
Yeah.
And even though, the first half seemed like, okay, we've got this. Couldn't really think.
Well, now next time, if we have a lead, we'll know how to handle it because he'll be able to remind them of this, right?
Absolutely.
So a win's a win. We're 5-1. We got Michigan, and the air is not out of the balloon. It might have been, but it's not. So yeehaw. Okay, ABC, Martha Raddatz talking to J.D. Vance, who I think's really, really building his base in stardom. The guy is really, really good. He goes on all the shows. He's battle tested and he's very, very smart.
Haven't seen Hillbilly Elegy, but I need to. I don't know whether he was on the debate team or what, but he is ready.
He was on a very bad team called His Family. His mother was an alcoholic drug addict. His grandmother was the one that raised him and had a pretty foul mouth.
But how do you get that sharp and wit?
I don't know, but this is the story of America. Ben Carson was growing up in the projects of Detroit. His mother made he and his brother read. But I'm just saying, there's hope in America. And this would never happen in China. If somebody is in that part of the country and is that kind of family, good night. In America, you have that opportunity. That's why they were so brutal on J.D. Vance. He relates to the blue-collar guy because he was raised in a dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
And many people are. But there's hope. And so they had to squash that. And then he got on TV and people said, what are they talking about? He's a mean guy.
Right.
He's not a mean guy. So here he is on ABC, Martha Raddatz, about Venezuelans taking over Aurora, Colorado.
The incidents were limited to a handful of apartment complexes, and the mayor said our dedicated police officers have acted on those concerns. A handful of problems.
Only, Martha, do you hear yourself? Only a handful of apartment complexes in America were taken over by Venezuelan gangs, and Donald Trump is the problem and not Kamala Harris's open border? Americans are so fed up with what's going on, and they have every right to be. And I really find this exchange, Martha, sort of interesting because you seem to be more focused with nitpicking everything that Donald Trump has said rather than acknowledging that apartment complexes in the United States of America are being taken over by violent gangs. I worry so much more about that problem than anything else here. We've got to get American communities in a safe space again. And unfortunately, when you let people in by the millions, most of whom are unvetted, most of whom you don't know who they really are, you're going to have problems like this. Kamala Harris, 94 executive orders that undid Donald Trump's successful border policies. We knew this stuff would happen. They bragged about opening the border, and now we have the consequences, and we're living with it. We can do so much better, but frankly, we're not going to do better, Martha, unless Donald Trump calls this stuff out. I'm glad that he did.
Oh, boy. That's just picture-perfect answer.
Yeah.
Do you hear yourself?
Right.
You're okay with a few apartment complexes being taken over? And when I had that...
Absolutely not.
Young African-Americans asking who they're going to vote for. I played it earlier in the show, and they said Trump, and two of them said Venezuelan.
Yeah.
They're killing us.
That's right.
Said they're taking our jobs. These gangs are...
Well, I'm glad they're paying attention.
Yeah, no, right. No, I think it's out there for sure. And I don't know. If you bring out Barack Obama, he can't help. I mean, he got in trouble with lecturing.
Right, scolding the rallies.
That didn't work. All right, 8:43.
It's Illinois football game week for the 100-year anniversary rededication of Memorial Stadium, Saturday, October 19th, versus the reigning national champion Michigan Wolverines. The rededication begins with a ceremony on Friday at 11 a.m. in Grange Grove. Then on Saturday, be in your seats early for a special game ball presentation with Fighting Illini legends. See you at Memorial Stadium for Illinois football's 100-year rededication game against Michigan on October 19th. More info at fightingillini.com.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Our showroom renovation is complete. At the new Flooring Surfaces, you'll enjoy a modern shopping experience in a showroom filled with the latest innovations in floor covering, plus custom blinds, shades, and shutters in an expanded window treatment area. Flooring Surfaces can help you with free design assistance, expert advice, and professional installation, all in a brand new space you have to see to believe. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Are you between the ages of 35 and 64, living with slightly elevated blood pressure and struggling to stay active? The Heat Wave study at the University of Illinois might be just what you need to take control of your health from the comfort of your home. They're looking for Champaign-Urbana area residents who are not currently hitting the recommended 150 minutes of weekly moderate intensity aerobic exercise. If that sounds like you, they want to help. Join their 12-week study where you can walk, enjoy warm water bathing, or combine both while receiving remote guidance and tools like a Fitbit, yours to keep, valued at $99. Improve your mobility, manage your blood pressure, and participate largely from home. If it sounds like a fit, go to exercisestudy.com. That's exercisestudy.com to take a quick screening survey to see if you qualify. Take the first step today. Join the Heat Wave study from the University of Illinois and improve your health without leaving home. Find them again at exercisestudy.com. Come on, man, exercisestudy.com. Take it. You get a free $100 Fitbit, and you do most of it from home, and then you start getting healthier.
And this could be something that would motivate me. I'm definitely going to take the study, Stevie.
Well, you don't know if you have high blood pressure. I hope you don't.
And when I give blood, which I did inside the last 2 weeks, I was fine. So
let them check it out.
We'll let them check it out.
Yeah. All right, 8:46. Check your sports headlines.
A House of Brick, 100 Years of Memorial Stadium, 9:30 tonight on the Big Ten Network. If you want to check out this documentary,
I do.
And
Yeah.
so it celebrates the creation of the 100-year life of Memorial Stadium, and the, of course, dedication game famously occurred against Michigan on October 18th, 1924. So we're only one day off this Saturday as we face number 24 Michigan at 2:30, and we're ranked number 22 in the AP College Football Poll. Illini legend Red Grange gained national headlines after scoring 4 touchdowns in the first 12 minutes to take down the previously undefeated Wolverines. Is this a little pressure then?
No,
the Illini?
no,
Or
just play well.
Okay.
They're the defending national champions. How could we possibly compete with them?
And of course, the Jimmy John's Red Grange dash occurs between the third and fourth quarter. There'll be some interest in that to make sure he wins.
I'd get somebody like me down there so that Red can smoke him.
Well, and the times that I saw that it was either close or Red lost, he gave him too far of a advantage.
Well, he goes back 10 yards.
I don't know why they do
because
that.
it's not close otherwise. But for this one, you got to smoke him.
You got to smoke him.
Put me down there. That kid's running 80 yards and probably, I bet she's running in 12 seconds.
Uh-huh.
It's fast, maybe less. And
freaky fast.
Anybody else
77-yard dash.
I could probably get that done in 35, 40 seconds. I'd be the perfect candidate to be down there running. I won't look like a student, but it'll smoke me. And that's what you want on Red Grange Day, man.
Well, and he walks around in the old-fashioned outfit. And have you ever got a selfie with him or anything?
No, but he looks like
I have.
He looks like 11. He looks like he's 11.
He did look
really youthful. Yeah.
In any case, that's part of the festivities and so many things. The pop-up museum. I mean, we'll get more and more details as the week progresses. And don't forget to join us at Pia's After 3 on Friday afternoon. By the way, Lonte and Derek Piper welcoming Jay Lehman today after 3. And they'll come or not over the Illini win in upcoming Michigan game. But the Bears beating Jacksonville 35-16 yesterday.
Did you know that since 1991, Habitat for Humanity of Champaign County has built 135 homes, creating safe, affordable housing for local families? And it's not just about building houses. Last year, Habitat provided free housing counseling to nearly 200 families. By supporting Habitat, you're helping them invest in our community. Join them in bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope. Visit cuhabitat.org to learn how you can support affordable housing today.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives...
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and...
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. As expected, a couple of cold fronts on the move, a strengthening upper low, and it's a real mid-autumn feel here for the next couple of days, complete with widespread frost, even a brief light freeze, and some lake effect moisture, primarily rain shower activity if you're going to venture up towards the south end of Lake Michigan. There'll be a quick turnaround in temperature readings, back into late season warmth around here, beginning along about Friday and carrying forward into next week. In the meantime, becoming partly sunny, breezy, much cooler for the day today. Couple of afternoon rain sprinkles and high around 58. Lows tonight down to 39 with a sprinkle or two this evening, then becoming partly cloudy in the overnight with diminishing northwesterly winds. Tomorrow partly sunny, chillier, and isolated shower mainly in the morning. Highs up to 56. Widespread frost late tomorrow night, low down to a colder low of 34. Widespread frost early Wednesday and again Thursday morning. Highs up to 59 on Wednesday. 62 with sunshine Thursday afternoon. Near 70 for Friday and into the 70s for the weekend. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Peter Olchus, Greg Solte.
Since 1955, the University of Illinois Police Training Institute has been dedicated to making police officers active, respected members of their community. Using the adult learning model, PTI's curriculum focuses on understanding diverse communities and treating everyone with dignity and respect, going beyond state standards, specializing in Brill Lead training, juvenile officer certification, and LGBTQ ally training. Discover more on Facebook and Instagram or visit pti.illinois.edu.
Good morning, First Federal Savings Bank. How may I direct your call?
Speak with friendly, real people during lobby hours. It matters when you call First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana. A real person located at the bank. Not a recording answers your call during lobby hours. Personal, friendly service makes a difference. 217-356-BANK.
Thank you for calling. Have a great day.
Rated 5-star superior by Bauer Financial, Inc. Fast, friendly, and local with local loan decisions and underwriting. If you're not already banking with us, give us a try. We think you'll love it here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 435120.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. All right, 8:53. Jay Lehman today. You got to hear what he says after 3. He'll be happy, but I'll get his take on that second half. Again, we've not been there, beating a Big Ten team at halftime. We'll play some video games after the game. I don't know. I just think it takes a little while to get used to that kind of position. So maybe when we're leading Michigan 27-3, we'll handle it better.
Right.
Wouldn't that be something?
Right.
Anyway, it's going to be, how can I describe? I always used to say there's 4 or 5 games that are on the edge of your seat for basketball every year. Just 4 or 5. Other than that, as Lou Henson used to say, you're not going to get up every game. You're just not going to get to that level.
That's right.
This will be the level of, something's happening today. Because it's not just a sellout. It's Michigan.
That's right.
The helmets, the uniforms.
Yes.
This is a show now.
Yes.
This is a Broadway production. The kids are going to be amped.
I mean, you say 2:30 kickoff, but you'll want to get there by 10.
I think
drink it all in.
Well,
and get there way early.
Totally, parking is so much easier a little earlier.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing Hessel Park and walking or something, but even that's going to fill up.
That's right.
Anyway, us townies know how to do it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we'll soak it in all week. We have free tickets to give away. It's a sellout, and we have free tickets. So you text in Illini to have a chance. 217-359-2255. Thanks to our sponsors.
Express Employment Professionals.
Diane, we'll see you tomorrow.
Enjoy the day.
That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Thank you for listening. Jay Lehman with Lon and Derek after 3 today. Have a great Monday.
Pia's has Karaoke Fridays the second and fourth Friday of the month after 9 p.m. Get into your weekend with $5 Crown Royal drinks plus $4 Fireball Friday shots. Tequila Tuesdays go south of the border with drink specials. And from 11 to 2, get lunch with a big taco for only $2.75. Wednesdays are wild with mason jar drinks, and it's country night. Happy Thursday with $5 Jack drinks and $4 Happy Dad and Happy Thursday seltzers. Every day is a good day at Pia's.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
Are you between the ages of 35 and 64, living with slightly elevated blood pressure and struggling to stay active? The Heat Wave study at the University of Illinois might be just what you need to take control of your health from the comfort of your home. They're looking for Champaign-Urbana area residents who are not currently hitting the recommended 150 minutes of weekly moderate intensity aerobic exercise. If that sounds like you, they want to help. Join their 12-week study where you can walk, enjoy warm water bathing, or combine both while receiving remote guidance and tools like a Fitbit, yours to keep, valued at $99. Improve your mobility, manage your blood pressure, and participate largely from home. If it sounds like a fit, go to exercisestudy.com. That's exercisestudy.com to take a quick screening survey to see if you qualify. Take the first step today. Join the Heat Wave study from the University of Illinois and improve your health without leaving home. Find them again at exercisestudy.com.
Do you need some extra cash?
Be a special census field representative and make $18.83 an hour. You'll be working a small area on campus and have some flexibility with this job.
A special census is coming to campus residents around the University of Illinois. Field representatives are needed through November with Urbana's partial special census.
Visit urbanaillinois.us/census jobs.
Make $18.83 an hour. Visit usajobs.gov/jobs and look for the city of Urbana.
Airlig Plumbing Solutions. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Kenano Oluga, linebacker on the football team.
Hey, you mind if I call you KO? Seems to fit.
Yeah, but I don't really knock anybody out on purpose.
Well, Sony wants to knock your eyes out with their new Bravias.
What's a Bravia?
Best Resolution Audio Video Integrated Architecture. It's just a cool acronym for the best line of TVs on Earth, starting with the Bravia 9.
Are you going to talk about pixels again?
Nothing gets by you, KO, but this time it's mini LEDs, thousands of them, powered by the intelligent XR processor that sorts out hundreds of thousands of on-screen elements in real time to deliver color, contrast, and astounding realism to sports and movies.
Well, that was a mouthful. So it really pops out, right?
Let's just say the camera really catches you popping a runner. You'll see the look of pain right through his face mask. That's detail, that's Bravia.
If you're in the market for a new car battery, you could go to one of those big box stores, except there's no guarantee you'll be served by an actual car expert.
Clean up in aisle 3.
You could pick a battery off the shelf, except it might be close to expiring. Or you could just come into Interstate. Don't make a big box store blunder. With competitive prices and a more personal, reliable approach, Interstate Batteries is the clear-cut choice if you want to guarantee yourself a new and trustworthy car battery. They're open and ready to serve you at 2504 North Mattis Avenue in Champaign.
Do you need some extra cash?
Be a special census field representative and make $18.83 an hour. You'll be working a small area on campus and have some flexibility with this job.
A special census is coming to campus residents around the University of Illinois. Field representatives are needed through November with Urbana's partial special census.
Visit urbanaillinois.us/census jobs.
Make $18.83 an hour. Visit usajobs.gov/jobs and look for the city of Urbana.